Hello everyone, welcome to Lesson Up. In this video, we are going to see classification of system. Our first classification is linear and non-linear. So, a system is said to be linear if it obeys superposition rule. For example, suppose we have a system, continuous time system, in which we give input x of t and we get output y of t. Now, in the same system, if we give input x1 of t, we will get output y1 of t. And if we give input x2 of t, we will get output y2 of t. And in the same system, if we give the summation of both the input, that is x1 of t plus x2 of t, you will get y of t. So, the condition for the system to be linear is y of t should be equal to y1 of t plus y2 of t. Okay. So, it should obey superposition rule. In superposition, there is more than one sources. So, in this network there is two sources, one is S1 and another is S2. And suppose this is A network and this is B network. If both the sources are available in the network, then the current in this path between A and B is I. In superposition, we need to select any one source and eliminate another source. If this source, suppose we are selecting this source, and if this source is voltage source, we need to put open circuit at this position, and if this source is current source, we need to put short circuit at this position. So, at first we will select this source S1. Due to S1, the current between A and B is I1. Okay. And next we will select source S2, and due to S2, the current between A and B is I2. Okay. So, the total current between A and B due to these two sources is I. So, this I should be equal to I1 plus I2. This is superposition. Okay. We will see few example. Suppose y of t is x of t. I am writing a relationship between output and input. This is input, this is output. Now, if you give input x1 of t, you will get output y1 of t, which is equal to x1 of t. If we give input x2 of t, you will get y2 of t, which should be equal to x2 of t. And if we give both the input x1 of t plus x2 of t, we will get y of t, which should be equal to x1 of t plus x2 of t. Same analysis we have taken to check system is linear or non-linear. If system obeys superposition theorem, if system obeys superposition rule, then it is called as linear. So, according to this, if you give input as x1 of t, alpha x1 of t, you will get output alpha y1 of t. and if you give beta x2 of t, you will get beta y2 of t, and alpha x1 of t plus beta x2 of t. If you give this input, you should get alpha y1 of t plus beta y2 of t. So, this is the condition of linear system. We will take an example to understand this condition. Suppose we will see few example. Suppose y of t is x of t. I am writing a relationship between output and input. This is input, this is output. Now, if you give input x1 of t, you will get output y1 of t, which is equal to x1 of t. If we give input x2 of t, you will get y2 of t, which should be equal to x2 of t. And if we give both the input x1 of t plus x2 of t, we will get y of t, which should be equal to x1 of t plus x2 of t. Now, according to superposition theorem, if the summation of these two, if the summation of individual input is equal to output when both the input are applied, then it is called linear. That is, y of t should be equal to y1 of t plus y2 of t. Here y of t is x1 of t plus x2 of t, and y1 of t is x1 of t plus y2 of t is x2 of t. So, we can tell that these two equations are equal. So, this satisfies this equation superposition. Okay. So, this is linear. We will see one more example. If y of t is x of t square. Okay. So, if we give input x1 of t in this system, we will get output y1 of t, and we all know y of t is square of the input, that is x1 of t square. If we give x2 of t, we will get y2 of t, which should be equal to x2 of t square. If we give both the input x1 of t plus x2 of t, if we give this input, we will get y of t, and y is y, and the relationship between input and output is input, y of t is input square. So, it will be x1 of t plus x2 of t square. If we expand this equation, we will get x1 of t plus x2 of t square plus 2 x1 of t into x2 of t. So, we will check according to superposition theorem, this should be equal to the summation of the output which is related to individual input. So, y of t should be equal to y1 of t plus y2 of t. So, y of t is x1 of t square plus x2 of t square plus 2 x1 of t into x2 of t, which should be equal to y1 of t is x1 of t square, y2 of t is x2 of t square. As we can see, we are getting x1 of t, x1 of t, x2 of t, x2 of t square. This is an extra part we are getting in LHS side. So, we can tell that these two equations are not equal. So, this is non-linear system. So, a system is said to be linear if it satisfies superposition theorem. Okay, and superposition theorem states that the response to a weighted sum of input signal is equal to the corresponding weighted sum of the output of the system to each of the individual input signal. So, a system to be linear, it should follow additive and homogeneity or scaling property of superposition. This is additive. Okay, this is additive property. And if we talk about homogeneity or a scaling, that is the output due to the scale input, that is C x of t. Okay, we are scaling with C, which is some real number or complex or constant. Okay, so the output due to scaling input must be equal to scaled version of output, must be equal to scaled version of output. Okay, this property is called as homogeneity or scaling. We will see some quick example for linear and non-linear system. First, y of t is equal to t x of t. I am writing the relationship between output and input. Y of t is output, x of t is input. So, y of t is equal to t into x of t. This is linear, okay, because scaling does not affect linearity. Second, y of t is equal to x of t square. This is non-linear, okay, because multiplication of two functions is always non-linear. Third, y of t is equal to e to the power x of t. The exponential term always give you non-linear system. If output is exponential function of input, then it should be non-linear. We will check. Suppose with x of t, x1 of t input, we will get output y1 of t, which is equal to e to power x1 of t. With x2 of t input, we will get y2 of t, which should be equal to e x2 of t. And with x1 of t plus x2 of t, we will get y of t is equal to e to power x1 of t plus e to the power x2 of t. If we add the output of individual input, we will get y1 of t plus y2 of t, which should be equal to e to the power x1 of t plus x2 of t. So, it will be x1 of t into x2 of t. So, we can tell that y of t is not equal to y1 of t plus y2 of t, because this is e to the power x1 of t plus e to the power x2 of t, and here e to the power x1 of t into e to the power x2 of t. So, these two equations are not equal. So, this system, this is, our system is non-linear. We will see one more question, that is y of t is equal to d x of t by dt. If we put input x1 of t, we will get output y1 of t, which should be equal to d x1 of t by dt. Next, if we give input x2 of t, we will get y2 of t, which should be equal to d x2 of t by dt. If we give x1 of t plus x2 of t, both the input, we will get output which should be equal to differentiation of input. So, input is x1 of t plus x2 of t. If we expand this equation, we will get d x1 of t by dt plus d x2 of t by dt. Now, this output should be equal to the summation of output which we got from the individual input. So, y of t should be equal to y1 of t plus y2 of t. So, y is d x1 of t by dt plus d x2 of t by dt. This should be equal to y1 of t is d x1 of t by dt plus y2 of t is d x2 of t by dt, and we can see both LHS and RHS are equal. So, we can tell that this system is linear system. In our next example, we will see if y of t is the integration of input x of tau d tau. So, if we give input, this we will do quickly. If we give input x1 of t, we will get y1 of t. So, y1 of t is integration of minus infinity to t x1 of tau d tau plus, if we give input x2 of t, we will get y2 of t, and y2 of t is minus infinity to t x2 of tau d tau. This should be equal to y of t when both the input are given, that is x1 of t plus x2 of t. So, if we give input x1 of t plus x2 of t, we will get here minus infinity to t x1 of tau plus x2 of tau d tau. So, if we expand this equation, we will get minus infinity to t x1 of tau d tau plus minus infinity to t x2 of tau d tau. So, we can tell LHS is equal to RHS. So, the system is linear system. In our next example, y of t is x of t cos omega naught t. If we give input x1 of t, we will get y1 of t, which should be equal to x1 of t into cos omega naught t plus, if we give input x2 of t, we will get output y2 of t plus y2 of t should be equal to x2 of t cos omega naught t, and this should be equal to y of t when both the input are given, x1 of t plus x2 of t. So, instead of x1 of t, sorry, x of t, we will put x1 of t plus x2 of t. So, this should be equal to x1 of t plus x2 of t into cos omega naught t. If we expand this equation, we will get x1 of t cos omega naught t plus x2 of t cos omega naught t. So, both the equation are equal. So, we can tell this system is linear system. Next, if y of t is x of t plus x of t minus 1. For this, if input is x1 of t, we will get output y1 of t, which is equal to x1 of t plus x2 of t minus 1, sorry, x1 of t minus 1 plus, if we give input x2 of t, we will get y2 of t, and for y2 of t we will get x2 of t plus x2 of t minus 1. This should be equal to y of t. So, this will be equal to, if we give both the input x1 of t plus x2 of t. So, x1 of t plus x1 of t minus 1 plus x2 of t plus x2 of t minus 1. We can see both the equation are equal. Okay. So, we can tell that this system is linear. In next equation, if y of t is x of t into x of t minus 1, we can tell this equation by seeing this, that this system is non-linear system. As I told you before, the multiplication of two arbitrary signal is always non-linear. Okay. Therefore, system is non-linear system. Okay. Because the multiplication of two arbitrary signal will always give you a non-linear system. Y of t is sin x of t. Okay. So, if we put input x1 of t, we will get y1 of t, which is equal to sin of x1 of t, plus if we give input x2 of t, we will get y2 of t, which is equal to sin x2 of t. If we give both the input x1 of t plus x2 of t, we will get output y of t, which should be equal to sin x1 of t plus x2 of t. Okay. So, these two equations are not equal, because this is sin a plus sin b and this is sin a plus b, right. So, we can tell that these two equations are not equal. So, we can tell that all trigonometric operations are non-linear. Now, in our next example, y of t is input plus some constant 4. We will see what happens if we add constant. Okay. So, with x1 of t input, we will get output y1 of t, which is equal to x1 of t plus 4, plus with x2 of t, we will get output y2 of t, which is x2 of t plus 4, and with both the input, that is x1 of t plus x2 of t, we will get output y of t, and this should be equal to x1 of t plus x2 of t plus 4. Instead of x of t, we are giving x1 of t plus x2 of t, summation of both the input. Okay. So, we will get equation x1 of t plus x2 of t plus 4. So, we can tell that these two equations are not equal, because this 4 become 8, and here we get only 4. So, these two equations are not equal. So, we can tell that if you add some constant in the input, you will always get a non-linear system. Now, in our next question, y of t is x of 2t, that is with input x1 of 2t, we will get output y1 of t, which is equal to x1 of 2t, plus with input x2 of 2t, we will get output y2 of t, which is equal to x2 of 2t, and this should be equal to y of t, which is output when both the input are given, that is x1 of 2t plus x2 of 2t. So, we can tell that all question related to scaling will always be linear, because it satisfies homogeneity property. So, quickly we analyze few equations for CT, that is if y of t is equal to x of minus t, y of t is equal to x of minus t, this is always linear because scaling does not affect linearity. Y of t is equal to x of t minus t naught. If you provide shifting, we have seen in previous question that with shifting linearity does not get affected. So, this system will be linear because it obeys superposition properties. X of root t, this will be linear. X of sin t, this should be linear. Under root of x of t, this should be non-linear because of power. Okay. We have seen x square t, we have seen one equation that y of t is x square t, which is non-linear because of power here. So, this is x of t power 1 by 2, which is non-linear system. Now, next is log. Log of x of t, which is non-linear system. Log or exponential, these are non-linear system. Okay. If we talk about dt, y of n is equal to x of n, this is linear system. Y of n is equal to n into x of n, this is also linear system. Y of n is equal to n into x of n plus n, this is non-linear because of this constant term. Y of n is equal to x of n divided by x of n minus 1, which is non-linear because it is a multiplication of two arbitrary signal. Now, what if y of n is equal to mod of x of n? Now, suppose according to homogeneity, C x of n should give C y of n, where C is some real value. Okay. So, suppose we are giving input to x of n. So, this should give minus 2 y of n. Okay, we will check whether we will get this equation or not. Now, if we give this input, what should be the output? Output is a mod of input. So, this should be equal to mod of minus 2 x of n, and anything come out of this mod, it will become plus. So, this will be 2 x of n, right, and x of n is actually y of n, 2 y of n. So, this is minus 2 x of n. With minus 2 x of n input, you got output 2 y of n. So, this does not follow this condition. So, according to homogeneity property or scaling property, this system is non-linear. Now, if y of n is equal to x of n conjugate. So, if y of n is x of n conjugate, suppose we are taking a term input, we are taking an input 2 plus 3j x of n, if this is the input. Okay. So, what output we will get according to homogeneity? It should get 2 plus 3j into y of n according to homogeneity, that is c into x of n should get c into y of n. Okay. So, with x of n input, you get output which is a conjugate of input. So, if you give this input, what should be the output? Output should be 2 plus 3j x of n conjugate. So, according, if you apply conjugate here, you will get 2 minus 3j x conjugate n, and this will give you 2 minus 3j into y of n, because x conjugate n is y of n. So, you can tell that the output with this input is not same. Okay. So, it is 2 minus 3j into y of n, and here you are getting 2 plus 3j into x of n. So, this is not same. So, we can tell that this equation is non-linear. According to this equation, it is non-linear system. What if y of n is equal to real term of x of n? Okay. Suppose we are giving input 2 plus 3j x of n. With this input, what we should get 2 plus 3j y of n. Okay. So, we will check whether we will get this or not. So, with this input, according to this equation, our output should be equal to real term of 2 plus 3j x of n. Okay. So, if we take only real term, we will get 2 real term of x of n, because we do not know this contain any conjugate part or not. Okay. So, we are writing real term of x of n, and we all know real term of x of n is y of n. So, this should be equal to 2 y of n. Okay. So, these two equations are not equal. So, we can tell this system is non-linear system. Now, we will see few differential equation. First, d square y of t by dt plus 3 dy by dt plus 4 y of t plus x of t, sorry, equal to x of t. So, this is linear. So, differential equation is linear system. We have already solved this question. Okay. This is in this, if this is x of t, okay, if this is x of t, this will be linear, and if this is x square of t, this is non-linear because of higher order term. Okay, because of higher order term. Sorry. Now this is non-linear because of the higher order output. This is non-linear because of addition of constant. Okay. So directly by seeing the equation we can determine whether this is linear and non-linear system. So these equations are related to discrete time. The first equation is linear, okay, because it contains simple differentiation. Second, this is non-linear because of higher order term in output. So this is non-linear system. This is non-linear system because of the addition of constant. So this is non-linear. Next is, if two linear systems are connected in series, you will get a complete linear system. If two systems are connected in series in which one is linear and another is non-linear, you will get overall non-linear system. If the first block is non-linear, second block is linear, you will get overall non-linear system. And if first block is non-linear and second block is non-linear, you can get linear or non-linear. This depends upon the arrangement of blocks. Okay, we will see this. Suppose if x of t is given in first block, which is exponential which contain exponential operator, and this will give y1 of t as an output, and this output is given to a second block which is logarithmic operator, and this will give you output y of t. So the output of first block is y1 of t, which is equal to exponential of x of t, and output of second block, which is y of t, which should be equal to log of input, and here input is y1 of t. Okay, and y1 of t is exponential x of t. If we put in this equation, we will get exponential of x of t. Log of exponential will get cancelled, and this you will get x of t. Okay, so y of t is equal to x of t. We have seen the first question which determine that system is linear. Okay, so this is non-linear, exponential is non-linear, logarithmic is non-linear, and if two non-linear are arranged in series, then you can get linear or non-linear system. In this condition, we got linear system. So it depends upon the system block consist. When the block are opposite to each other, the system is linear. If block are not opposite to each other, then system is not linear. Here blocks are opposite to each other. Opposite operator of exponential is logarithmic, like opposite operator of integration is differentiation. If two non-linear are in parallel, the system is Now suppose if two non-linear system, because this is non-linear because it contains constant term, right, plus 3 and minus 3. If two non-linear system are connected in parallel, then we can get output linear or non-linear. Suppose in this if we add these two equation, we will get output as 4x plus 6x, that is 10x of t, 3 minus 3, that is 0, which is linear. And if we subtract these two, we will get 4 minus 6, that is minus 2x of t, 3 minus minus plus, that is plus 3, which is 6. So here it contains constant terms, so it can be, so it will be non-linear. Okay. So two non-linear system, when we connect in parallel, it can be linear or non-linear. Now we will see few important points. First, in general, system become non-linear when a constant like 4, 3, any constant term is added, or we square the input, we cube the input, or we multiply two input signal, then we can tell that a system is non-linear. Okay. When the output is the multiplication of two arbitrary signal, we can tell that system is non-linear. Next, modulus operator, real output, imaginary output and conjugate output always make system non-linear, because for any complex system scaling is not satisfied. Now third is an arbitrary signal multiply with arbitrary signal, then system is non-linear. For example, if your output is x1 into x2, okay, x1 of t into x2 of t, then you can tell that system is non-linear. Next, all trigonometric operations are non-linear. Now addition of constant and initial condition is non-linear. For example, you get an output y of t which is equal to x plus 4. It means you have a linear equation which starts from 4, y is equal to 4. So you will always get a non-linear system because you are adding a constant term here. So initial condition of y is 4, y at 0 is 4. So you will always get a non-linear system. So next, in differential equation we have seen that if it contains a square or higher order of terms of input or output, or product of input or output, or derivatives of input or output, or a constant, always make a system non-linear. So this is all about linear and non-linear system. Thank you.